Hey everyone, welcome back to Shra Coder, and today's video we are going to understand loops. This is the second video for loops. In first one we have covered while loops, and in today's video we will cover for loops, which are very essential topic as for loops allows us to repeat actions, making our code more efficient and reducing. Today I will walk you through how for loops work with examples and some tips to make coding easier. So let's start with the basics of for loops. To learn for loops, first we want to learn the syntax of for loops, means how we have to write for loops. So to write for loops, we simply write for variable in sequence. So you might be thinking what is variable here and what is sequence here. So the variable means the placeholder for any sequence. So like here we can give x, y, z, a, b and any word you want to give, and sequence refers here to any list, any collection of data you want to put in it, like range of numbers, you want to give a list, you want to give a tuple, so you can give here, and here you can write your code which you want to execute after the for loop runs. Okay, so this is how the syntax of for loop is written. So now next we move forward, we working some examples of for loops. So here let's remove this line first. So I'm simply making a for loops using list of fruits. So for, let's make a list first, fruits, and you have to remember that square brackets are used to make a list. Here apple, then banana, then add grapes. Okay, so we are right here making a short list because we only want to see examples for fruit in fruits. And remember, variables should be different from the name of your list. Okay, so then colons, then we'll move forward, then simply write print fruit. You have to print the loop. Okay, print fruit. So here it is apple, banana, grapes. So what is happening here is Python takes first element apple, then it goes with command print fruit. So first apple is printed, then same is happening with banana and grapes. So that's how it give us apple, banana and grapes in a line. The here it is in row, in list it is in row. In one line we have written now, but here we have got in different rows. So this is how for loops work. So let's make for animals also. You can work with many you want to do. List, simply write cat, dogs, elephant, right? So then we'll write for x, simply take x. Okay, for x in animals, print x. See, cat, dogs and elephant. So this will print us like this. So this is how for loops work using a list. We have done these using a list. So next we will see for loops with numbers, how for loops work with numbers. So in Python we have a built-in function that is range function, which is there to create any sequence in Python. So that is also included in Python. So for variable in sequence, so I will write for x in range the number you want. Still here I am giving like 7, then colon, simply print x. So let's see, so it is giving us 0 to 6. because here zero based indexing is working, which is common in Python. That if we are giving the range 7, so obviously in Python the index value starts from 0 and the end at 6, because I have given 7, so it will end or number or ahead. Okay, so this is how it is working. You can give any number here till where you want to print the sequence. If I'll print 100, it will print me till 100. Okay, see, it is printing me till 100 na? 99 because of zero based indexing. So this is how range function works in. So we can also customize range function in for loops. For example, here I want to customize, so for y in range, here we give 3 values. First is starting value, then stop value, and then step value. Start value I am giving here as 2, then I want to stop this at 11, and then I want to step 2, then colons, then you will print y. Let's see the outcome. So this is printing me 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So you can see I have given 2, so it is starting the loop from 2 and it is stopping the loop at 10 because I have given 11 as the stop value and 2 as the step value here, and it means it is stepping after 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And a program that can be made using this, that we can generate table using for loops. So how let's generate a table here for x in range. Let's suppose we want to generate a table of 15 means 5. We'll get 5 here, then I'll give 51. Why I have given 51? You all should know, because of zero based indexing. Then 5. This is how I made it. Then print eggs. See this. See 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So this is how the table of 5 is printed. And if you want to decorate it, that if a user is going to see this program, it will read it like numbers only. So let's we can decorate this also, writing simply print function, print table of 5, right? So see, this is how it will look to us. And another way of making tables is that you can give user input also, that you can prompt user to enter the number for which he wants to have the table. So this is how we made the table of 5, and we will do that program also later. So next we have how loops work with strings, because for loops even work with strings. So it works it like for letters in, let's give a number, let's give my name Shreya Coder. Okay, Shreya Coder, print letters. See, now it will give all the characters in different rows. You can see how it works with strings. You can give any name here, any string here, anything, so it will work like that only. You might don't know that even for loops can be written with else clause. So how they are written with else block and how we run that block we are going to learn this here. So simply write for loop first. For number in range, let's print 50. Okay, print numbers, number, and here I'll write else, print loop finish. So basically it has only worked like a decorator here, that we or the user will get to know when the loop is finished. See, let me show you. Loop finish. After 49 it is printed loop finish, because sometimes users may get confused that our loop is getting infinite, but that is not happening here. It will show up loop finished here. So now the actual topic starts from here, because these all are small topics that has to be covered, but the real fun in doing coding is when we work with practical programs. So now let's make a practical program using for loops of sum of numbers. So how we will sum of numbers, right? You also write these things using hash, because these commands are very important to remember things. So always remember that if you work on any program, so always highlight that with the things. This is a good, there like you will be written as a pointer here that I have created sum of numbers here. So let's make it. So first the total will be 0 here. Okay, then we'll make for number in range. So from which numbers you want to add on, I'll write 1 to 11. Okay, because of 10. So 1 to 11. Then I will make total plus is equals to number, right? Then it will print me number. Then I'll print it here, print total sum of numbers is comma, then you will write total. Okay, total, simply print it, the total sum of numbers 55. So when you will add 1 to 10, it will give us 55. This is how we made a program of sum of numbers. So next interesting topic to do is that we will make a table generator using range function. You all know we can create it, right? But the thing is that we created it using giving a specific numbers, but here I am going to tell you how to make using user prompt, that I told you that I will create it in this video only when we were learning about range function customization, right? So let's simply first table generator. Next, then first of all, for this we'll simply write number is equals to int integer input, enter the number to generate multiplication table, right? Then this and two brackets for, then up to the range. You have to give the range here, because we don't know how many times like somebody want to know 12 15s, so how you will know that? So we will write range in input, enter the range, right? So simply we will write range, then for loop for I in range 1, then comma up to, then 1. So this is where up to plus 1. Then we write up to plus 1. Then simply come down after you got it. Then print. I am decorating it like a table here, so you can print it like that even. But here I'll write number. Cross, because it is how tables are written, right? Then I'll write is equals to comma number multiplied by I. So this is how we will work here. Then simply print this. Enter the multiplication. Enter the number you want. Enter the number to generate multiplication table. Let's write 15 here. Okay. Then enter the range. So I'll write still 10. Okay. So you can see this is how I made this, because I wanted to make the table look like this. Okay, so you can even skip these decorators, simply print I, so it will give 15, 30, 45, 60. It will print us like that. Now let's rerun it. Now I want a table of 60 till 20. Let's see. It will give us till that also. So you can make this table generator for your math calculations to make easier. And if any person want to make any math calculations, you can suggest him or her to use this table generator for calculating with tables. Okay, so this will be an easy task for anybody to do calculations. So now the last and the important topic for loops is that break and continue statements, which we have covered in while loops also for while loops, but now I am telling you here again with the examples of break and continue statements for loops. Here I have to say it for 2 times because of for loops and for. So let's start with the example here. So for I in range, simply I will create it for numbers, range 10. If I is equals to 4, okay, break print I, okay. Let's print this. See, it will break the loop here only. This is how break statement will work. You can see, because it will break the loop here, but we want the numbers till 9 because I have written 10 here. So you got why I am saying 9, because of 0 based indexing. Then continue statement is best to work with here. Is like I'm giving same example. If I is equals to 5, continue with the loop and print I, right? So here what will happen, it will skip the number 5, but it will not stop the loop. But in break statement, the disadvantage is that it exits the loop immediately. But in continue, we will skip that number and continue with our loop here. So this is how break and continue statements work with for loops also. And that's it for today. Let's wrap it up once. We covered all the topics from basics to advanced for loops, and you now know how powerful they are for working with lists, ranges and even strings in Python. Practice these examples and try creating some loops of your own. Remember to like, share and hit the bell icon for more Python tutorials. Thank you for watching this video. Until next time, happy coding. Bye bye.